guys, so today we're working on some compost. I recently just watched a video on somebody composting, and gosh, I cannot remember her channel right now, but I'm gonna leave a link in the description. So I have a pretty laid back approach with composting. I'm not sure that I compost correctly, but I don't know, the way that I do it is the way that I do it. It's the way that I've done and the way that I'll probably continue to do it. Partially because I can be lazy, and this is so incredibly easy. So a couple years ago, actually before we moved to this property, my husband brought home this plastic container. He's got it upside down right now. This plastic container has been multi-purpose. I think he picked it up from work. It says General Foods on it, so I'm guessing it was some sort of food container. But we actually used it for a doghouse for a while. There was a door right there. We used to have a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and she used this as a doghouse. She's not with us anymore. She passed away a couple years ago. But anyways, we've used this container for composting, and I mean, it's worked really well because it's kept the animals out, like the dogs, out of the compost, because they like to get into it sometimes. But I've had a hard time like getting the dirt out of there, the compost out of there, just because of the height. So I think the plan is my husband's gonna cut it down like halfway, and we'll probably use 2 separate parts. So the way that I compost is pretty much like this. I just bring stuff out here and I throw it down. I throw it into the compost bin. So I've got some cardboard containers here. I have been weeding my gardens, and I've just been throwing that stuff back here. You see, I've got eggshells and old vegetables and vegetable scraps and like paper from our tea bags. I've got some mosquito's hair because I just gave her a haircut, and I just let it decompose naturally. I don't do a lot of turning. I don't come out here and water it. I just let it do its thing. And then you can see this is where the plastic container was, and this is the dirt from me not doing anything with the compost. So I guess it's working. I guess if it wasn't working, I would come out here and I would try to work on ratios, and I would turn, and if I needed it in a certain time frame, I would work on it a little bit more. But I just let it just do its thing. I talked to you the other day about how my husband just kind of, we've got old logs and things back here. He's kind of just put old logs, limbs, you can see limbs that he's cut down, and he's just put them in this pile. And so as I was doing some of my flower beds and things, I just came and started digging dirt out of this pile. We've done nothing back here other than just let it decompose naturally. Did I mention that I'm lazy? And maybe it's not that I'm lazy. Maybe it's just the fact that you know, I do have a full-time job, and I've been off for a week. It's been really nice. I've been able to do things like come out here and garden and carry around my camera. I have other things to do, and so I don't spend too much time on the compost. And like I said, it works. And somebody made me feel good. They pretty much confirmed that you don't so much have to worry about the different ratios and things. it will break down over time. She also made a comment about Justin roads and trenching with logs and things like that. I'll have to check that out. I'm not at all familiar, so I will check that out. And I'll leave a link in the description. I'll have to work on that. But as you can see, I think I've mentioned this before, this is our old garden, and we've kind of just let it go wild. Our plan is to fence this in a little bit and pretty much let the chickens have at it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, the chickens are only a few days old, so I'll have to be patient. But yeah, that is what we're working on today. So once we get this situated and set up, I'll come back and video again. One of the things that I've been working on has been container gardening. I've had these pots sitting back in the garage, and I'm going to give them a coat of spray paint. And they may be home to tomatoes. I'm not really sure yet.